I've flown this Nazgul Evoque for over 70 hours in the past 6 months. This Evoque is brand new though. So how does the iFlight Nazgul Evoque stand up to the Alvi FPV test of time? And how does my 6-month-old beaten Evoque compare to a brand new one? Stick around it and find out. Most reviewers just unbox a drone, fly it once, and say it's great. Not me. I've taken this Nazgul Evoque to war and back, and now I'll let you know what I think about it. Of course, it has had a couple organ transplants. I've broken 5 motors, 5 arms, 2 XT60 cables, 2 DJI antennas, and 3 battery Velcro straps. This is Alvi FPV. My name is Alvaro. Of course, if you're a part of the community, you can call me Alvi. And if you're not, it's easy to join. Just subscribe and follow your passions. On to the Evoque. I'll base all my opinions on stock tune and stock props. The Nazgul Evoque is a quad that both beginners and advanced pilots can have a bunch of fun using. The drone comes with angle mode locked on, which means it has bank limits for beginners. I really do think that this could be a good first 5-inch quad, or even your first quad if you have been in the RC hobby in a different capacity before. It comes pre-tuned, and it is a pretty good tune. After many crashes and repairs, the drone still flies the way it did at the start, meaning the tune is solid. One of my favorite features on the Evoque, which you can't really get on a custom build, is that it features lightweight side panels. I've crashed into snow, wet grass, puddles, and even after countless takeoffs and landings on rough surfaces, the internals of the Evoque remain clean and protected from the elements. In my experience, this protection offered by the side panels is worth the slight increase in weight. And if you're concerned that the side panels make repairs more complicated, that is not the case. You can just lift them out and it's like a normal quad to repair. The quad also features an integrated XT60 battery plug, which I do think is a really good idea because yes, your power cable can get snipped by props, especially if everything's moved around after a crash, and this does keep it safe. But after enough hard crashes, the whole assembly can get ripped out, and this happened twice to me. So my solution was to just get rid of this whole assembly and just have the cable sticking out the back, which is my favorite way to set up my quads on my custom builds too. This also still protects the cable from being snipped by props. The F7 flight controller and 55 amp ESC are perfect electronics. While some people think that they may be more fragile, especially in cases of the ESC burning out because it is 20 by 20, it is not the case whatsoever. I've had my Evoque stuck in trees, I've turtle moded it out of the ground, I've flown it with broken and bent props, a bunch of situations where basically you'd expect the ESC to burn out, but it's been fine. These are durable electronics that have most definitely stood up to the test of time. The Evoque also features pre-installed Zing 2 2207 motors. These are 1750 kV for 6S and 2750 kV for 4S. Both of my Evoques are the 6S version. These motors offer the same punch as any other high-end motor at the price of $21.99. It's a really good deal. I love these motors. These motors are also quite smooth. A negative is that on stock props, when doing precision flying, the quad can feel a little bit floaty. And yes, it's true. I've broken 5 of these motors over the past 6 months, but with the way I've flown this thing, it should be a lot more. They're durable, trust me. The frame features 6mm carbon on the arms and 3mm everywhere else. It is extremely durable, and the only pieces I've broken are the arms. The Evoque frame is overall a strong frame. You really only risk cracking arms in the strongest of crashes against the strongest of surfaces like concrete or steel. The Evoque also has LED lights on the side panels and under the arms, but in my experience, this will be the first thing to go. Either they'll just stop working after enough crashes, or you'll want to rip them out to save a little bit of weight and just ease of maintenance. I guess it depends on how big of a fan you are of the LED lights. It does come with plastic motor wire protectors on the arms, which they are nice, but they will crack after your first crash. So I think you are better off just fastening your motor wires onto the arms with electrical tape or any common method of doing so. Something important to note is that in the changelog for July 2022, iFlight seems to be shipping this quad with the Nebula Pro camera instead of the DJI camera. Both of the Evoques I own have the DJI camera, and this is known as the best camera. If you're really having that much of a problem with the camera, I would still buy the quad and just upgrade the camera. It's really not a hard or expensive thing to do. Don't let this little camera difference make you not buy it, because I don't think that would be the right decision if you're on the verge. I'm going to just take both quads up for a little joyride so you see that even the 6-month-old veteran Evoque flies as well as a brand new one. As far as 6S batteries go, I would recommend this RDQ 1050 mAh as a great option. Also this Speedy Pizza 1200 mAh, this 1300 mAh RDQ, definitely the best cinematic option. It'll keep you up in the air the longest if the flying is not too aggressive. If not, I have found that the better weight to capacity ratio comes from one of these two options: aggressive freestyle, cinematic. All right guys, so as you can see here, we have the old Nazgul Evoque ready to go for a little test flight. So it's pretty clear that it flies very smooth. It's just such a great flyer. You can seriously crash this quad and break arms, break motors, and as long as you do a good job at repairing them, this thing flies like new. It's just so much fun. It really is. Yeah, unfortunately, it's pretty crowded over there. You probably can't see, but there's people eating, having a little barbecue. And so I really didn't want to disturb them. So we're not going to be able to get too aggressive with the freestyle, but you can watch one of my freestyle videos to scratch that itch. This is just great. This thing is just great. And I think my GoPro just turned off from overheating, so we're gonna land and fix that. All right guys, so here we have the brand new Nazgul Evoque, and the reason why it is so new is because this is my exclusive backup quad, to where if I get hired to film something, I want to make sure that this thing is fully functioning. That's why it's brand new. It's just a bit of a safety net to make sure that I can rise up to any opportunity that meets me. Anyway, let's see how it flies. As you can see, there are the LED lights, and we'll be taking this one up with the 1050 RDQ. So as you can see, it's just as smooth, and you know, it's flying well, just like the old beater Evoque. You know, do I think maybe it flies a little smoother, a little more on rails? You know, just feels like it handles prop wash and everything a little better. Yeah, sure, that's possible. But I mean, considering, you know, what I've put my 6-month-old Evoque through, the iFlight Nazgul Evoque is 100% worth your money if you're in the market for a bind and fly quad like that. And I stand by that with my test of time. This video is not sponsored by iFlight in any way, shape, or form. I paid for both of these quads with my own money, and so that's how you know you can trust me. If at any points you buy one of these, you break an arm, break a motor, and you're a beginner and you need some help with the repair, just contact me, because I want to make sure that anyone who wants to enjoy FPV flight is easily and simply able to. So as you can see, a nice feature, you can hear the beep telling me that my voltage is under 21 volts. It comes pre-set up like this, and that is the Nazgul Evoque for you guys. If you want to watch me crash this Evoque, click on my FPV fails video. Most of the crashes were done with this drone. Till next time.